Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to a huge book on haul. I think I have like 25 books in the stack. First and foremost, I just want to say this, just because I didn't love a book doesn't mean you can't love a book. And in the case of literally every single book that's stacked here right now, I wanted to love it and I just didn't for whatever reason. So yeah, let's just get into it. First, we have Dune by Frank Herbert. I read this, I think I gave it 3 stars. I was planning on maybe rereading it this year, but I'm never gonna reread it, honestly. Just was not impressed by this book, to say the very least. I went into it not knowing what to expect, and yeah, I don't think that worked out in this book's favor. I also just don't think I got it. I think I'm too dumb to understand this book, so first book in the unhaul pile. Next, we have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I read this book last year and I think I either gave it 4 or 5 stars. I really enjoyed it at the time that I read it. However, this is hard for me, but I'm never going to reread this book. No matter how beautiful it is, I'm never going to reread it and annotate it. I just don't have that feeling towards this book, so this one is going in the unhaul pile as well. This might be the most painful stack of books in this whole pile that I have next to me. Next, we have the whole Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. So, Booktube darling, Booktok darling, let me explain. Loved the first book, and then the second and third book literally wasted my time. I'm still not over how disappointed in the second book I was, and I'm not gonna keep the first book even though I loved it because it just makes me sad to look at it now. Next we have Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. This book also wasted my time. I don't know what else to say about this. Like, I literally remember nothing, and I literally read this last year. I think that speaks for itself, to be honest. So, as sad as I am that I didn't love this, it's going in the unhaul pile too. Actually, next we have the most painful series because this costed me a pretty penny to buy, and that is the From Blood and Ash series by JLA. So, we have From Blood and Ash, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and Crown of Gilded Bones. I read the first 2. I actually read the first one last year and loved it, but when I read it this year, I didn't like it as much, and then I read the second book as well, and unfortunately, like, I'm just not interested in the series anymore. I think if I would have finished the whole series last year, I might have loved it, but yeah, I just don't really want to waste my time on the series anymore, unfortunately. Next, we have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This one is very simple. I bought a prettier edition. I thought I wanted to read the little paperback, but I don't actually want to. Next, we have another book I thought I was gonna love. Star Daughter by Sveta Thakrar, I believe is how you say her name. This cover is stunning. I think this is the Alcrate exclusive edition, and I bought it because I was like, I know I'm gonna love this, and then it was just kind of underwhelming for me. I think the biggest thing that I didn't like about this book is it felt really young YA to me. Like, it felt like these characters were 13 instead of 16 and 17, so unfortunately, also gonna be unhauled. Next, we have Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. Another waste of my time. I'm usually not this harsh, but literally I thought I was gonna love this book and I hated it. Next, we have The Keyline Pie Murder by Joanne Fluke. I'm simply unhauling this because I think this is like the 4th or 5th book in a mystery series, and I think this mystery series is really long, and I know I'm not gonna go out and collect all of these, especially because I believe some of the earlier copies of this book are super expensive. So, I mean, not like of this particular book, but in the series, some of the books are really expensive, and I'm not willing to pay $20 for a paperback for cozy mystery. Next, we have the one I might be most bitter about. Books from my childhood. So we have Revenge of the Shadow King, The Rise of the Black Wolf, and The Fall of the Templar by Derek Benz and J.S. Lewis. I read this first one when I was younger, and I absolutely loved it. I like have vivid memories of me reading this at my parents' house in bed in like 6th or 7th grade, just curled up in a blanket, and unfortunately I literally hated this book. I also gave this 2 stars, and I'm not going to continue on with it. I don't want it here anymore. Unfortunately, my childhood was ruined, so glad I did that to myself. Next, we have the 3 Dark Crowns series by Kendara Blake. We have 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne, 2 Dark Reigns, and 5 Dark Fates. Unlike, you know, some of the other books in this, like, this pile of unhauls. I actually enjoyed all these books. However, I know I'm never going to reread them. And if I do, I'm going to read the audiobooks and I'm never going to annotate them. The only one that I'm having kind of a hard time parting with is the first one because it has like the best opening scene ever, but I just know I'm never going to reread these. So what's the point of keeping them on my shelves? Next we have You Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. I read this earlier this year and it was just fine. I gave it 3 stars. Never gonna reread it. Kind of pointless to have it on my shelves now. Then we have The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is actually like, this is a duplicate copy. I thought when I rebought this book on Amazon, it was gonna be the big glossy paperbacks to match my other series by this author. Unfortunately, I was wrong. So I'm getting rid of the Walmart exclusive edition with the legacy story in the back because I already have the legacy, like the full books. So I don't need that. Another one I'm really sad about, that's Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. I just didn't get it. I think I'm too dumb, like Dune, to understand this book as well. I did like the middle third, and then I got to the end, and I'm sorry, I guess I just don't get it. This was literally a 5-star prediction, and I couldn't have been more wrong about this. So I'm really bummed out about it, but that's okay. Then we have Aurora Burning by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Another book series I am DNFing. This book also wasted my time. Like, I feel like a bunch of books wasted my time apparently. This one just wasn't good and I didn't feel the magic and chemistry between the characters that was in the first book, unfortunately. I'm really bummed. I loved Aurora Rising when I read it a few years ago, but like a couple of these other books, maybe I should have just left it in the past, to be honest. And last but not least, we have Wings of Ebony by J.L. I read the first few chapters and I don't normally DNF books this fast, but I am just really not interested in where the book was going, unfortunately. I would love to hold all these books up for you, but I think I would literally break myself if I tried. So we're just gonna hold up some of them. These are part of the books I'm unhauling. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I didn't unhaul too many of your guys' favorites, and if I did, I'm sorry. I just don't have good reading taste sometimes, and that's the only excuse I have. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye everyone.